Hello, friends, and welcome to another Origins of Expressions. Today, we'll be going over the phrases riding shotgun, kick the tires, where the rubber hits the road. What do they all have in common? They're all phrases and idioms around cars. Let's go ahead and get right to work and start this video. The car, that wheeled motor vehicle used for transportation. The car has been part of human life since their invention in 1886, and since they became widely available in the beginning of the 1900s, we humans haven't looked back. Since the car has been part of our lives, we have started coming up with phrases where the car parts, and what we do with the car have been the subject. Today we'll explore 3 phrases where the car is our subject. Let's not waste any time and drive over to our first phrase. Riding shotgun. Riding shotgun means traveling in a vehicle in the front passenger seat. Ooh, I got shotgun. This phrase is not that old, and it started out with a bit of a different meaning. Many people think it started out in the Wild West with the use of stagecoaches. It is said that the stagecoach had a guardsman with a shotgun to protect the driver from bandits. Whoa there, partner. There is no evidence supporting that. It's all based on hearsay and from old movies. In fact, the earliest reference was from 1919 in the newspaper The Ogden Examiner, in an article titled, "Ross Will Again Ride Shotgun on Old Stagecoach." It reads, A.Y. Ross, famous in railroad circles as a fearless express messenger and who on several occasions battled with bandits on the plains, will probably ride shotgun as he did in the past. Today, we use this phrase to say, I want to ride in the front seat. Mostly said by children and younger adults who are not driving age or don't have a license, but they still want to be up front in the car where you can get a better view and be part of the action. An example sentence is, Mom, Brian got to ride shotgun this morning. It's my turn. Well, let's let them figure out who gets to ride shotgun while we move into our next phrase. Kick the tires. Kick the tires means to check for good quality, to be diligent and check every angle. Did you kick the tires? This phrase has had a lot of references about where it started, but no one knows for sure. I've heard it was from an unethical wagon wheels dealer a long time ago who would sell wheels that had rotten wood on the axles, so the buyers should kick the wagon wheel. It was also said that kicking the tires was a way to vent in the early years of motoring, when tires would often go flat and delay the journey. Or the rubber on the tires was very thin on cheap cars, and kicking it was a way to see if you had a good car. No matter where it started, it's still something we use today. The first written history that I can find was from 1929 in the publication Marketing Used Cars. It reads, if the dealer or his used car manager goes out to the car, he may kick the tires as though he expected them to collapse at the force of the blow. Today, we still see the term and action being performed of kicking tires. You may see some people kicking the tires while buying a car, but it is probably going to be used as a saying instead. It means that all possible things that could go wrong have been tested. An example sentence is, we should hire a few interns to kick the tires on this app before we release it to the public. Well, they seem busy with their app. Let's let them work while we move into our next phrase. Where the rubber hits the road. Where the rubber hits the road means the truth about facts or realities, where theory is put into practice. This phrase has not been around for long, and it started out with good cars and how well they would work once they were driven. However, the term quickly turned into an idiom. The phrase is also associated with males more than females. It was first written in 1956 in an article in the Minneapolis Morning Tribune, After Last Night by Will Jones. It reads, how to talk like a man in a very dark gray flannel suit. Let's get down where the rubber meets the road. This phrase is from the jargon of the advertising business. Jargon, let's get down to where the rubber meets the road, meant how much is it going to cost? Today, you'll still hear us use the phrase where the rubber hits the road to say, let's stop talking about things that are not important and get to the real facts. An example sentence is, The sales team is where the rubber meets the road in every competitive business. Well, looks like they're in a meeting. Let's not get in their way while we move on. Oh, fun fact. Did you know that the first rubber tires weren't what we know today? Yep, that's right. The first tires were made out of solid rubber. You got it. Tires without air. This rubber was from the rubber tree. That's a lot of rubber we used for one tire. It wasn't until Carl Benz invented the car in 1886 that we used metal tires covered with air-filled rubber, which was the introduction of the pneumatic tire. It wasn't until 1920 that tire companies started synthesizing rubber, and in 1931 the DuPont company industrialized synthesized rubber, allowing the increase in tire production, which used to be dependent on natural rubber. Tubeless tires were developed in 1947 in an attempt to relieve the high costs of oil prices. Tubeless tires contributed to the reduction of the vehicle's weight, allowing for significant savings in fuel costs. The first winter tires or snow tires were introduced in Finland in 1934. The radial tire was invented in 1950. And of course, the most recent tire addition is the run flat tire. It was developed in 1979. It allows vehicles to continue driving up to 50 miles at 50 miles per hour with a punctured tire. Currently, tire companies are working on a non-pneumatic tire created from a uni material that can be reused or recycled. The most common tire that is sold is an all-season tire. They are designed to provide good all-weather traction year-round. Well, that's the information that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed learning about the origins of our idioms and phrases. I would love to have you subscribe if you did. You got to ride shotgun this whole video, right where the action is. Now, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel. It's quick and easy, and of course, I would really appreciate it. Oh yeah, quick question before you go. Do you know any idioms or phrases around the car? Maybe you know other idioms or phrases on an entirely different subject. I would love to see them. Leave them in the comments below. And if I use one of the phrases, I'll give you a shout out. Thank you again for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate your support. Until next time, bye.